Hey guys, long time no talk. I have a little bit to go through, so I will start with last cycle. And again, we had positive pregnancy test. I'm so frustrated at this stage as to why this keeps happening. This time, obviously, I was in town, so I went to my clinic and I got a beta done yesterday, which came back at 9. Obviously, not where I wanted it to be. And then later on, yesterday afternoon, AF arrived. Very happy about that. So they run a heap of bloods. I got the big list of bloods that they wanted to do to check for killer cells and heaps of them. I think I had about 7 vials or 8 vials of blood drawn. I thought my vein was going to run out actually, but it just kept pumping away, so I was happy about that she didn't need to do it again. And I also started on this. That's better. That. So, and that is called Proginova. 2 milligrams of estradiol, whatever. They look like that. They remind me of the pill I used to take as a teenager. And I had to take 2 tablets 3 times a day. So that's 6. They're used for, I read the information booklet thing, and it said that they are commonly used for menopausal women that have complaints of like hot flushes and all that stuff. So I'm on these. I'm not quite sure how long I'm on these for. I've got the other packet. There's 2 things in this box, and I have the other one in my purse. So I don't forget to take it because I know that I will forget to take it. So yesterday, because my period didn't come until late yesterday afternoon, my nurse just said just catch up. So take 2 now, 2 in a couple of hours, and then 2 tonight. And like when you go to bed. So I did that, and I've taken 4 today already, and I'm not quite sure how long I take them for, whether I take them until transfer. I know I have repeats of them, so I suppose I'm going to have to get more. I start progesterone on cycle day 8 after my scan. I had a scan yesterday, and even though that I wasn't bleeding yet, we still had a scan because of the beta, and the doctor just wanted to have a look at what was going on. He didn't really tell me much about what he was doing, but I know that I don't need to have another one now until cycle day 8, and then they will only cancel this cycle if something in those bloods that they did comes back really abnormal. So he said, at this stage, everything's fine. There's no cysts, thank God. And he said, as long as everything comes back in a normal range, it has to be really abnormal for them to cancel the cycle. So I went in and I paid, for most of my cycle, they usually like them to be paid on cycle day 2 is your cutoff. So that I paid $3,000 today, and I took my receipt to Medicare, which gives me some of that money back. They just put it back into my account. I'm not quite sure how much that I'm going to get, but I think I get $1,500 back, but then I need to pay another couple of $100 later on when I do more stuff. What's been going on with me? We were supposed to go on holidays last week. We had a plane booked out of the property, and we could see some weather coming, so we decided that we would try and get out early, and we changed our plane and changed everything, and the day before the plane was supposed to come, it started raining really bad. And ultimately, the rain just didn't stop and kept raining, and the flood waters started to rise and rise and rise. So we have had a massive flood at home. I got out on Friday. We had 614 millimeters in 3 days, or four. It was 4 days, but only one day of them was 25 mils. So 614 mil in 4 days. And the night that I left, they had 355 millimeters. And then they had another big fall the next day. One of my mares was going to have a foal. I think I said that in one of my last videos. And she had the foal on the night that we had the 355 mil, and it drowned. So I'm really upset about that. Gestation for a horse is 11 months. So we've been waiting for a while. We didn't know the whole time that she was in foal because it was a bit of a surprise foal, but we've known for at least 4 months. So to wait and watch and look after her and check her every day, check her 3 times a day in the last month to get to that stage, and for her to have it on that night, and for, you know, if she'd had it a couple of days earlier or a couple of days later, it would have been fine. So I'm pretty upset about that. I'm upset that I've just had a positive beta, but has ended in nothing. I've got so much stress, and I just don't want it. I didn't want this much stress coming into this cycle. So I went to my chiropractor today, and he said that that I was out pretty bad in an area that does affect fertility. So he's pretty excited for me to go into this cycle with all that fixed up. I'm going to go back to him next week and just make sure that everything is still in the right spot, and that the muscles don't pull it back. What else? I should be getting my puppy in another week and a half, I suppose, maybe a bit longer. So I'll do an update when I get her. I'll probably do another update when I do my cycle day 8 scan. Sorry about that. I'm doing this on my phone if you heard that through my phone. But I think that's all I have, guys. I just wanted to pop in and say hi, let you know that I've started something. My partner's pretty bummed about the beta coming back like that. He's really over this whole process, and he said, don't tell me anymore, I don't want to know anymore. So I've never really had his support 100% through this whole thing, and those sorts of things happening. To me, he should be supporting me more, but he doesn't. He withdraws more support every time something bad happens, which is really disappointing. Congratulations to all the pregnant ladies out there, and anyone that is stimming, any new subscribers I have. Thanks for subscribing, and I hope that by this time next month I'll be with you with a BFP. Okay guys, see ya.